You have heard this story your whole life. A tower, scattered languages, a God who stops them before they go too far. But there is something wrong with how most people tell it. The usual version sounds like jealousy, like a God who looked down at what humanity was building and thought, I need to stop this before they get too powerful. Like the confusion of languages was a punishment. Like Babel is a story about human ambition meeting divine limit. That version produces a God you cannot fully trust. A God who gets nervous when people cooperate. A God who breaks things up when humans try to rise. That is not what the text says. To read Babel correctly, you have to read it in the context of everything that comes before it. Because Genesis 11 is not an isolated incident. It is the culmination of a pattern that has been building since chapter 3. After the fall, God tells humanity to fill the earth. Not to gather, not to centralize. Fill, spread, scatter. The word used in Genesis is male, to fill, to be fruitful and multiply outward. It is a commission, not a suggestion. Go out, inhabit the world, steward the creation you were placed in. By Genesis chapter 11, humanity is doing the exact opposite. The text opens with a chilling detail that most readers skip past. Now the whole earth had one language and the same words, and as people migrated from the east, they found a plain in the land of Shinar and settled there. Settled there. Not spread. Not filled. Settled. In one place. Together. Refusing to move. Then comes the announcement that seals the diagnosis. Then they said, Come, let us build ourselves a city and a tower with its top in the heavens, and let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be dispersed over the face of the whole earth. Lest we be dispersed. They know exactly what God told them to do. They are specifically building a structure designed to avoid it. The tower is not the sin. The settlement is. The tower is a monument to the refusal. They are not trying to dethrone God. They are trying to stay comfortable, to build something permanent, to create a center that makes scattering unnecessary. And here is the line that most translations soften. Let us make a name for ourselves. In the ancient Near East, making a name for yourself meant building a legacy that outlasted you. A monument, a dynasty, something that would still be there after you were gone. It is the same language used of Goliath before David defeats him, the same impulse. God does not react to the tower, he reacts to the unity that produced it. Look at what he says. Behold, they are one people, and they have all one language, and this is only the beginning of what they will do. And nothing that they propose to do will be impossible for them. That sentence is not a threat assessment. It is an observation about trajectory. If humanity unifies in resistance to its mission, the capacity for harm scales with the unity. God is not afraid of what they can build. He is concerned about what a unified humanity in deliberate disobedience can become. The scattering is not punishment, it is redirection. God does with the language what he could not accomplish through instruction alone. He makes comfortable centralization impossible. If you cannot understand your neighbor, you cannot build a monument to staying in place. You have to move. You have to fill the earth. The confusion of languages is the original commission reasserted through force. And here is where the story turns into something you did not expect. 50 days after the resurrection, in a city called Jerusalem, a group of people gathered in an upper room. The Spirit came, and the people around them began to hear, not a single unified language, but each in their own tongue. Parthians and Medes and Elamites and residents of Mesopotamia, each hearing in the language they were born into. Not a restoration of Babel, a reversal of it. At Babel, one language scattered into many to stop the wrong kind of unity. At Pentecost, many languages converged into understanding to create the right kind. The mission was never about a single tongue. It was about filling the earth with the knowledge of God. Babel broke the wrong unity. Pentecost created the right one. The Tower story is not about God limiting human potential. It is about God redirecting human energy toward the thing it was made for. You were not made to find a comfortable plane and settle. You were made to go, to fill, to carry what you know into the places that do not yet have it. Babel is not a warning about reaching too high. It is a warning about building too permanently in the wrong place. The dispersion was not the end of the story, it was the beginning of the world.